Welcome to Watch Rewatch, the podcast that examines the art of the rewatch, and this week is heavily medicated. I'm Sean.
I'm John.
And we're back, and we're live despite a couple of small technical difficulties, but we're here, and we're ready to bring you top quality premium entertainment.
Ooh,
the
I
best
touch that mic of yours
that you've ever seen. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. We got all the tools of the trade. We're ready. I'm not wearing glasses this week because I still have my contacts in, so it's a whole new episode.
I'm going to put my glasses on then.
There you go.
I go without glasses.
See? This is us trading places.
Yep.
Welcome to anybody tuning in live, and hello to everybody listening after the fact. We're back for another week. What's the hairline check? Is that the hairline check? Where are we at today?
It's covering. It can cover a line. I got style coming.
That's it. Style's coming up. Anyway, say hello in the chat if you're just tuning in. Let us know how you're doing this week, and I'll start it off by saying, "How you doing, John? What's new?"
What's new?
New?
The weather is agreeable. The fall leaves are turning that orange that we all love. I had a pumpkin spice latte today.
Really? Okay, so pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks, the pumpkin spice?
No, it wasn't the. It was from Second Cup, and it was like a pumpkin spiced oat milk latte.
An oat milk. Okay, pumpkin spice oat milk latte. On a scale of
$14 for two mediums.
$14 for two mediums? Wow, they're charging Starbucks prices. That's ridiculous. The president is still kicking. He just returned to the White House. That's breaking news. He this is our
the president.
The president. And I guess we can talk about the president only because he's a former TV star, so it kind of falls into our territory.
This is a piece from his game.
Oh, the Trump game. Yeah, you've got a copy
of them.
Two of them. You got to put one up on eBay.
Well, they're both in bad condition. One I think was like stepped on at a party, like
fully stepped on.
Yeah, it's like kind of caved in, and there's like wax on it because I think we had at the same party there was like candles burning. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's how we're in this position we're in now. It was like a seance.
I was just gonna say candles burning. That's very Spooktober.
Well, that's it. When I had this pumpkin spice latte, it just brought me back to all my favorite Halloween movies.
Let's start it off, I guess, with talking about the time. It is the season. We're in October now. It's the 5th. And in the chat, we'll throw it to you guys as well. Let us know what are some of your favorite Halloween films. And John, what's not Halloween, but just this time of year? Do you have to
rewatch Halloween things? Well, I'm rewatching scenes of Hocus Pocus on YouTube instead of watching the whole damn movie at all.
Is Hocus Pocus the one with the holes in the bodies, like in the poster? What am I thinking
of? Describe it to me. Hocus Pocus to you.
Isn't there one with like this, like a hole through somebody's body? It's
that close. That's Death Becomes Her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's 3 drama queens in that movie, and there's 3 drama queens in this movie. Well, actually, Kathy Najimy's not much of a drama queen. She's like a lovely person. But Sarah Jessica Parker in arguably her best role, and Bette Midler in possibly her best role.
In Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Marty's clarifying. He said, okay. Yes, yeah. Marty. Hello. Welcome to the show, Martin.
Death Becomes Her is directed by Robert Zemeckis, and I asked you if you watched the Witches trailer. Did you watch that trailer?
Oh, I didn't, but you know what we'll do? We could maybe watch it live on the air. That'd be fun.
Okay. I just watched the original this afternoon because I've been itching to watch it. Itching to rewatch something.
Who directed the original?
Nicholas Roeg.
Nicholas Roeg. Okay.
Vanessa's there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome to the show, Vanessa. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, it's Anderson Sisters. That's like the Hocus Pocus lore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched that. If you've never seen it, you should see a clip of Hocus Pocus. There's a good clip out there.
Was this one of those movies kind of in the context of like 90s witchy stuff, which was like a big thing, the kind of Wiccan, like Charmed? Is it in the same period?
No, this is 1993.
What
you're talking about is like 98. The Craft came out in 95.
Okay. So not Death Becomes Her, but Hocus Pocus was 93?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the
they even say 1993 because like they were hung in 1893, and so they're brought back to 1993.
Oh, so a full
and they
100.
say the name of the movie.
Oh, you get a full Hocus Pocus.
Yes. And he even says it's just a bunch of hocus pocus, the skeptic. And it's the plot of the movie, Sean, is about a virgin who's going to bring them all back to life. Walt Disney Pictures presents
a virgin who's going to bring who back to life?
The 3 hung witches. The witches get hung at the beginning of the movie. There's Sarah Jessica Parker, Bette Midler, and Kathy and Jimmy have nooses around their necks at like the 8-minute mark.
Good
Lord.
Lord.
Then the barrels are taken away from under them and their feet dangle.
Oh my God. Wow.
And then they cut to modern day Salem, and there's a virgin who just moved in, and the hot girl and her family own the museum that the Sandersons. Anyway, he lights the black candle, the black something candle, the black skin candle. I don't know, something, and he brings back the witches.
So this seems to kind of have left a mark, and it seems like the beginning of the witch resurgence, the witchy era of the 90s. But Vanessa's saying that there was a sequel in book form to Hocus Pocus.
Sure. Like fanfic, maybe? Does that count?
No, if this is a book, this is a continuation of the canon, which is kind of wild. Vanessa, did they do just one book, or was it a series of books? Because I guess maybe they tried to capitalize on the popularity.
Well,
was
it was a failure initially.
Really? Okay. So it's become kind of a cult classic in the interim? Mm-hmm. For people that liked...
Well, it was one of these babysitter movies that Disney would have. You know, you rent a movie... And the parents would play it, and they would just leave the room while the kids watched this and obsessed over it.
Yeah. Babysitter movie. That's a funny thing that you bring up, because you just nailed something that was kind of a thing in the 90s. Vanessa does confirm it's a real book. There's a fourth sister, and there's only one book they did.
No, there's only one movie they did, and that's enough. I'm not going to go beyond
John
a book or this fanfic nonsense.
John
and it's dropping bombs. The fourth sister, she's the good Sanders who was not... See, what is this? But I think the Hocus Pocus resurgence, I think it made money this weekend. I think there was a Twitter or a Reddit post where they said that Hocus Pocus was in the top 10 of the box office this week.
Okay. See, that's the thing. Witch stuff, like women in their 30s, they're into the witch stuff again, you know?
And gay men like me love it because it's so funny, and every gay man likes Bette Midler.
Is that canon?
I don't know. She's she's not Barbara Streisand.
Yeah. I always confuse those two, actually.
And
why?
I don't know what I'm talking about, but campy performances, drag performances. They say that this Mommy Dearest movie.
Okay, here we go.
See.
Oh, that's a Halloween classic.
This is a horror movie classic.
Yeah,
or terrifying.
This is something that fans from the original show would recognize, the coat hanger. We were very scarred when we first saw that. When I first saw it, John had seen it before. I saw it with him, and boy, if you haven't seen Mommy Dearest, that's a good Spooktober watch. What's the elevator pitch on that one, John?
Mommy Dearest is based on the tell-all book, the sensationalized tell-all book from Christina Crawford from the 80s, detailing her abusive upbringing by legendary Academy Award-winning actress Joan Crawford.
There you go. And Martin, to explain the coat hanger, the abusive upbringing, you do the math.
This is a gift from a friend, though. It's Photoshop my face onto Faye Dunaway's face and gave me this coat hanger. It's a lovely gift by a friend of the show.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's a great Halloween pick. It's cut like a horror movie, that movie. It
is, and the overacting that Faye Dunaway is doing really lends itself more to kind of horror movies than because it is ostensibly a drama, a straight ahead drama. That's what they thought it was.
It's a prestige award. It's a prestige picture, right? A drama.
Yeah.
It's a movie simple people would consider excellent.
Right. But it is kind of excellent, but I guess in an entirely different way. It's transcended its place as a prestige picture and become a horror classic.
See, I don't know if this is the time or the place to go into it, but this is probably one of the most rewatched movies I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There should be a whole other program where we just talk about that.
Well, here, we'll do this. Perfect segue. For anybody who's been a longtime fan of the show, we have a Patreon. If you want to hear more about... Look at this. We got Patreon.com/watch-rewatch, one word. You can go over there. There's a full episode. There's actually 37 episodes, 36 from our old show and one unreleased episode. It just went up today. $5 a month gets you that, plus a whole bunch of new spicy content. And we have a whole episode where we talk about Mommy Dearest when we first saw it. It's a fun episode. So if you'd like to check out more, head over to our Patreon, and we'll promise that you're going to get one pumpkin spice latte's worth of entertainment every month out of that, for sure.
It's cheaper than a pumpkin spice latte.
It
especially
is,
if you don't count the obligatory 25-cent tip.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about that.
If you'd like more, jump over there. $5 a month. And
episode 16 is my personal favorite.
Episode 16. I don't know by memory what's the title of that one. Do you know?
I think it's the snark. The snark awakens. No,
the snark awakens.
Something like that.
Yeah, the Spielberg power pose is a personal favorite of mine. That was kind of one of our favorites. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of. We just figured we'd put it up, and we're not trying to get rich on this show, but a few bucks a month will help. With the cost of we actually put some money into doing this show every week. So if you like the show and you want to support us, go ahead and help us out there. But we'll make it worth your while. We're going to have some new Sean and John After Dark episodes, audio only, extra spicy,
skin.
Oh, so much skin, but you won't see it because there's no video. So you'll have to tune in to find out.
You have to trust that we are closeless.
Yes, exactly. We work on the honor system here. Anyway, anybody else who's just tuning in, welcome to the show. Drop us
because they don't recognize me without my glasses off.
They don't.
Yeah,
let us know your favorite Spooktober films in the comments. Or if there's anything
we've already mentioned, Mommy Dearest, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
but there's Thanksgiving movies.
There are Thanksgiving movies, and those tend to be not Spooktober though, right? Because if it's American, it's November.
I can name a couple of American Thanksgiving movies. There's a Katie Holmes independent movie called Pieces of April. I think Patricia Clarkson's in it, and she plays like, I don't know, a mumblecore fairy artist who's just had estrangement happen with her and her family. And her family is coming over to her Brooklyn apartment to have Thanksgiving there to show support.
Okay. So it's a mumblecore movie kind of made in that style?
Pieces of April.
Pieces of April. Like, is this like a budget version of like not Noah Wiley. Who am I thinking of? Noah Baumbach. Yes, thank you.
I mean, it's cut. I don't know. It's like an indie darling movie from before the 2010s, where just any indie movie that came out with actors at Sundance would somehow make it to awards circuit season next year.
That's wild.
Another Thanksgiving movie is a Jodie Foster directorial follow-up. She had made a movie called Little Man Tate the year before about her being a single mom raising a genius who's like autistic. Mm-hmm. And then so she made this Home for the Holidays with, oh my God, Holly Hunter and Robert Downey Jr. And she plays like an artsy-fartsy single mother who goes home for Thanksgiving and family secrets are spilled out. Steve Guttenberg's there. I think the biggest exciting part of that movie is there's a turkey who falls on the uptight sister.
Steve Guttenberg seems like he's in only those kind of movies, if family like tight-knit family drama, Steve Guttenberg's in there somewhere as the kind of like the doofus uncle, or it's like he had a career from comedies, but then mid 2000s.
I don't know anything about his mid 2000s. I mean, I feel like his career kind of got taken up by Cuba Gooding Jr.
I suppose that tracks.
Because Steve Guttenberg, Cuba Gooding Jr. is like a doofus in the 2000s. Like Snow Dogs and Rat Race. And
before he gets to kind of his preceding his prestige stuff. But Antonio was saying his wife refused to watch Weekend at Bernie's with him. Is that a Halloween movie? It's got a corpse. I've actually never seen Weekend at Bernie's, and it's funny because all the jokes right now with Trump have been, Weekend at Donnie's, because he was, they're pumping him full of meds and stuff. That's where our title riff is from. So maybe I should watch it. Yeah,
Weekend at Bernie's. It's an 80s classic, and think about what you would accomplish and how much you would get by having seen it.
I mean, I would get certainly the poster. I would understand the poster. I mean, what's there to get though? It's that they're bringing a dead guy around, right, making him look alive.
But it's a product of it's a product of its time in that it's about 80s gluttony, and so all of those things that the 80s are known for is in full display unapologetically in this classic. It's not as horrible as like stuff that happens in Animal House or Revenge of the Nerds, but it's got a sequel.
Really? Okay. They did a sequel. Yeah. The 80s had, I feel like that was, the 90s didn't do a ton of sequels, but the 80s, they were big on sequels. I don't know what it was about the 90s.
The 80s were notorious and like vicious with their sequels. They were like raptors in Jurassic Park. They would just bite the second that any kind of money was smelled. Like, Look Who's Talking 2 was in production like a fucking week after the opening of the first one.
Oh my God. And it happens every now and then now with like, Now You See Me, and then Now You See Me 2.
Is it called Again?
Well, I think there's Now You See Me, Now You See Me 2, and then Now You See Me Again. It doesn't make any sense. The title, there's a couple comedians who do like a long riff. Maybe Dan Harmon from Community does like a long riff about all of that. But yeah, it is. I was surprised because I'd never heard about the first one, and they made 2 more. It's one of these, weird movies that made tons of money.
I didn't even know about that.
There was, I'm pretty sure there's 3. Somebody can correct me in the comments. Practical Magic. That's another one, actually.
You know the poster for that one? I can draw the poster for that one right now.
Hold that thought. We'll save it till a little later in the show.
All right, but this is a movie about witches, and it stars Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman in that order. I bet now if they started a movie, it would be Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock.
Sure.
But it's directed by Griffin Dunn, apart from it just being with witches who have to like, it's like a romantic thing going on. I don't know. Mm-hmm. The trailer for it isn't playing too live in my head right now.
Yeah, again, 90s witch stuff. It was I
think it was 98.
98 towards the end, but yeah, it went the witch period then, based on what we're seeing, 93 to about 99. 98 seems to be the last year. I guess if you count Charmed, it goes into the early 2000s, but not super far in after that.
There was the Nicole Kidman remake called Bewitched, which is the worst. I would say the worst one of the worst movies ever made.
Bewitched.
The TV remake. It's done by Nora Ephron. It's a movie about a TV network that is rebooting the show Bewitched.
Oh no! So it's like metatextual the whole time.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell plays a selfish actor, self-absorbed actor, and his whole gang of cameos is there too to help him in this thing. And Nicole Kidman plays a witch who's never been to Earth or never been in American society. And Michael Caine is her dad, and she has this chance to go. She stumbles into the audition and gets the part as Samantha so there's a witch playing a witch.
Oh my God, man.
It's a romantic comedy, believe it or not.
I appreciate that they don't make those kind of movies anymore, so it's kind of fun to hear about these ridiculous, meta high-end comedies. A lot of people are saying it was boring, hot garbage. It's getting some spicy. And Martin corrected our record. There's only 2 Now You See Me's.
Right. That
is the most insane sentence I've ever heard. Now You See Me 3 is TBA, like that's ever going to happen, is what he says.
Jesse Eisenberg is just, rolling in his money.
Putting
it away,
Oh my God. So Antonio's saying it's hot garbage. Yeah. Vanessa was saying it's boring.
He's quoting Bewitched.
Oh, that's great.
Don't do that.
So Vanessa says the chemistry doesn't work in the movie, pulls her out completely. I mean, I would think so too. Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman, I don't know. And there's a line that Antonio's quoting, "I'm a witch. That's okay. I'm a Clippers fan." Like,
what does that? Is that a?
Oh my God. That line was in every trailer and it was never funny. It's true. Why is that a joke? Well, how is that a joke?
I think Adam McKay helped write it with Nora Ephron and Delia Ephron, her sister. These Ephrons. Ephron was married to Bernstein or the other one. No, Ephron was married to Deep Throat from Nixon days.
Oh, that guy. Oh, the guy.
Whoever Deep Throat was revealed to be.
Yeah,
Nora
the journalist
Ephron was married. Huh? I don't know about the journalist. I don't know.
Wasn't it the journal? I don't know.
Where's Antonio?
We don't want to get into this because I'm going to say it was the CIA that set Nixon up, but that's a whole other conversation for Sean and John After Dark on www.patreon.com/watchrewatch. That's where you're going to find all of our CIA conspiracy theory inside job talk. Patreon.com/watchrewatch. We're going to plug it because, if you want more, we're going to have all sorts of fun, spicy content. Come on in, and the water's fine. God.
I like how when you did that, Braille raised from my monitor, and I could touch it.
Yeah, it's tactile. You can touch it, try it on your own monitor. It's pretty great. Okay, I'm just going to catch up here. Vanessa saying, that's what they think passes for comedy, and we suffer. Yes, we do. We do suffer, and it's not fair. We're going to put a stop to it. That's our promise for 2021.
I was curious. I was very curious about that movie, and then I watched it.
And
all of it.
And do you regret your curiosity now?
On our very own podcast.
Yeah.
I think I've seen most of Nora Ephron's movies. She's no
Really?
Nancy Myers.
She's no Nancy Myers. Lords of Salem, Rob Zombie. I've never actually seen that. I've only seen... The Rob Zombie has his own universe. I've seen House of a Thousand Corpses. I've seen his Halloween remake that he did, and I think that's it. I think I saw those two. And, he's got a certain aesthetic going on. He's got an energy, real skis-ball energy. Yeah. It's
I
not
feel
bad.
like he's got like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre energy, even though he never touched those movies.
Yeah, I think his earlier stuff was better because like the Halloween one came after, and I didn't love it. But it's a good spook time movie. You go check it out. I'm trying to think what my favorite, because everybody's talking about their favorite spooks. My favorite spook time thrill ride, and it might be. And I don't know if this counts, a little bit of J-horror talking about The Ring. Gore Verbinski's The Ring. The 2002 picture. I still think it holds up today. I think it's J-horror got like a bad rap because they made 1,000 movies and it was always some girl with long hair and making noise. But The Ring has enough really haunting imagery, a great performance by, oh my God, not Nicole Kidman. What am I blanking on? Help me out here. John.
She was in King Kong.
Yeah.
She's in 21 Grams.
I just think Natalie Portman.
Huckabees.
Oh my God.
Mulholland Drive.
Help me out. Naomi Watts. Thank you, Vanessa. Fucking John leaving me out to dry. I know who she is. My brain's broken. But yeah, that one has
the ex Mrs. Liev Schreiber.
The ex Mrs. Liev Schreiber. Right, they were married, but now they're divorced? I thought they were still married. No? Didn't last?
Vanessa?
There we go. Vanessa's got my back. Thanks, Vanessa. Yeah, classic Ringo, of course. Classic Ringo. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. But yeah,
Ringo?
The Ring, Ringo. Yeah, The Ring. I mean, I don't know. There's people of a certain generation where like The Ring, the sequence where they open the closet and you see her face, or like the sequences where it kind of quick cuts as the Ring thing happens. That's the thing none of the other movies got right, and it's terrifying. That scared me so bad when I saw it, and it still creeps me the hell out because they use this really high-pitched whine, and it's very unsettling sounding. And I realize that half of the effect is the sound design. But check it out. It's really, really good. It's if you haven't seen it somehow. I'm
a big fan of the tone of that The Ring, the Verbinski The Ring. Is it the best Gore Verbinski movie?
I think so. The tone is perfect.
He's an Academy Award winning filmmaker for the animated Rango.
That's an interesting thing to win an Oscar for because I don't think he's topped.
Because Rango is one of the very few non-DreamWorks or Disney movies to win Best Animated Feature.
It won Best Animated Feature. I've never seen it.
For that year. You've never seen Rango?
No.
You might enjoy it. It's adult enough to pass up. Depp is pretty good, and it's ILM.
It's ILM.
Animation. It's their first full animated movie.
That's amazing. And Martin is all caps saying Rango's amazing. So you know
Rango's
what? I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. You know, if it's coming from Gore, I feel like it makes sense. And what Marty was talking about, the tone of The Ring, if you haven't seen The Ring somehow, it's a serious approach to this movie. It's got Brian Cox in it. If a movie has Brian Cox in it, I take it seriously.
It has one of my favorite Zimmer scores.
Oh yeah, it does have a good
It has
Zimmer score.
the Lighthouse track from that movie is just so melancholy. Like, I listen to it and it puts me in such a warm, sad blanket.
Yeah. Oh, Deakins consulted on Rango. Yes, I remember that. Building the look. Deakins also consulted on Wally as well. He was like doing
lot
the
of
whole
people
thing.
did.
Yeah.
I think
You know,
Fincher
during
did
that
too.
time. Consulting with Deakins?
Yeah, Wally, the Wally people.
Oh, the Wally people. Oh, they were just getting that in front of everybody, weren't they?
Wally's
Yeah.
great because it has like a trillion buttons being pressed, all shapes and sizes and sounds of buttons in that movie.
Yeah, yeah. Although, like, yeah, it gets, people give it shit now because they say it's fat shaming because all the fat people on the things. That's a thing where you can't do that today. You can't really make that joke, which is, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about
I
that.
don't
We'll
know
talk.
if it was taken as a joke. They never really.
I mean, it's a bit of a
get.
they present it as a bad thing.
They present it as a do they? I guess yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
they do. It's like
We should save this for our After Dark.
this is we'll get into the specifics on After Dark about that.
What was that website again?
Yeah. Oh, what is that website again? We're going to fucking plug it all night. Hey, welcome to patreon.com/watch-rewatch. After Dark episodes are going to be live on there, plus all of our back episodes, and there's a deleted episode that's new, episode 37, the Lost episode. You can check it out there. Yeah, welcome to the show.
It's not about Lost, just to warn people.
It's not about Lost, but we will have some Lost content probably at some point. We're going to cover all the stuff we can't talk about on that channel.
This trash that I have lying around. Here's something fucking Lost.
Oh my God. Is that a full poster? Holy shit.
It's the season 3 poster.
Ooh. Season 3 is before I started to lose hope that show was going to go anywhere. I still believed. I believed all the way up till season 5, I think.
I think the season 6 premiere killed it in my heart. Because the season 5 finale ended in such a way where I was like, if they never come back, it'll have left on a high note, in my opinion. Anyway, that's for our other show, the Patreon show. You got to pay for that.
You got to pay for that. You got to pay for them extras. Boo, it ends well at season 3. You don't need the rest. Yeah, I agree, Vanessa, 100%. Like, it's up till those first 3 seasons can live on their own. And the less you know about the mythology, the more. But that's been my thing. Not Penny's boat. Yes, Martin. The less you know about stuff, the better in a show like Lost. And I'm really glad, though, that Lindelof got his redemption arc, because that show, people really, oh, look at this. You got, oh, my God. Echo. Got a nice Echo action figure.
Oh, my God. He does, like, this, I think. His arms can go like that.
Oh, wow.
And I think his head stays still, but that's it.
That's it. It's got 2 points of articulation, and you can find it on our Watch Rewatch eBay.
But it
we'll
looks
be
like
selling
Adewale.
It is a good cast, actually.
It looks like the thing. Those McFarlane folk did it well.
They do a good job. McFarlane Toys. Yeah, so any other Lost fans in the audience? I guess a lot of people. Vanessa, Martin seem to be people who've seen the show. Antonio, were you like a Lost head back in the day?
Antonio was a Star Trek fan.
Was and is?
Yes, he loves this Lower Decks, Upper Decks, whatever the show that whatever the current Star Trek is. He's a massive fan of it. He hates the way this show has shit on his show.
I'm trying to think, though, with Lost, I was saying that I'm happy that Lindelof got his redemption arc. We maybe touched on Watchmen a little bit, but if you... Oh, okay, Antonio was not a Lost fan. If you haven't seen Watchmen, you got to go watch it. It's 1 season only. It's one of the best seasons of TV I've seen in a long time, and it proves that like Lindelof can deliver in a way that is... It's more satisfying than I think any show I've seen in the last couple of years, at least. It's a real meat and potatoes kind of show. It's not eat your vegetables. It's a pizza. It's your favorite pizza.
I did it week to week. I did not do the binge.
Yeah, same here.
And it was a good show because I had so many expectations from the Trent Reznor score.
Yeah,
Atticus Ross, poor Atticus Ross. But those two together made a good score. Lindelof was there. There Yeah, it was a good way to go through the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think that the Ryan Murphy OJ show is a remarkable show of the last couple of years. It's the one show that I keep going back to after all these years, even with that Game of Thrones over and everything.
Yeah. I haven't seen that, actually, and I've been thinking, is it worth just doing a watch? It's like compellingly made TV.
It's addictive. It's as addictive as OJ was at the time, because it's so sensational. It's like it's got the makeup, it's got the big actors and the big roles with the big eyebrows, and it tackles important issues, but in a not a sleazy way, but in that Ryan Murphy way. And you know how I like him but hate him too.
Yeah.
He can hook you, but he can't deliver. The OJ show was a consistent pleasure.
Okay, all the way through.
It was based on the book, and it just they had they had like Marcia Cross actually on the show as like a consultant, and they actually show the Kardashians. David Schwimmer plays Kim Kardashian's father.
I might have to check that out. Okay, here we got.
If you're going to tell people to watch Watchmen, I'll get you to watch The People versus OJ.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
We got some comments coming in. Got a lot of comments coming in. Marty would have Lost watch parties at season finales. They print out labels on the food with Dharma logos. They eat goldfish crackers and peanut butter.
You live the dream if you were a Lostie. That's
great.
That's
the way. I would just
the dream.
Me and my buddy Jesse would just roll a big joint and smoke a joint and watch Lost live week to week. And I tell you, being in college, smoking a joint, watching Lost week to week, nothing better. You sit there and you speculate, and it's
we're flashing back to watching Lost. You know
yeah.
What I mean?
Oh yeah, doing our own Lost flashback. It was really that was a treat.
Real treat. We're at the peak of our existence. I can still recite those fucking lottery numbers.
I don't know them by. Okay, what are they? Go. Give us the numbers.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Okay, play that next time on your Lotto Quebec or your 649 ticket. Play those numbers, and if you win, you have to subscribe to the Patreon. That's all. That's the only cut we want. Okay, so that's the rule. Antonio's giving us an. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. Antonio's giving us an impassioned case about the Star Trek show. I'm not going to read that because I'm not interested, but I hear you and I love you, but I don't want to encourage anybody to watch that show. But if you're in the comments.
Of the Bridge Crew, it's great fun for a Trekkie. I like that documentary Trekkies.
Yeah, I like actual Star Trek, but I'm one of these crusty old people. We've talked about it before. Okay, yeah. John, Vanessa has a question for you. What did you think of the Versace season, the Versace season of the Ryan Murphy show?
I thought it was important. Coming from a gay man. Did you see the Versace?
I watched the first episode or two.
Mm-hmm. It's heartbreaking. It's made for like cable. And it is cut for commercials, but it focuses so much on the Cunanan killer that it fools you with the Versace stuff. It gets you in with the Versace stuff. Yeah. And then as episodes 3 to the season finale really have nothing to do with Versace because it keeps going back to the origins of this monster, and it's kind of like it's showing off all the victims that happened before Versace, and there are these unknown, at least in my mind, there were these unknown gay victims of homophobia of the 90s. There's a whole thing about don't ask, don't tell from the military, and like all these like repressed gay guys who are getting murdered by this crazy gay guy.
Yeah.
And so that to me was like heartbreaking, but then it felt essential.
And you get some of that in the first couple episodes. What got me, which I didn't continue with the show mostly because I didn't like the actor that played Cunanan.
Yeah, he won an Emmy for that.
Yeah, it just seemed really over the top, and that's where I was like, this seems kind of cartoonish, But that is a little bit Ryan Murphy stock and trade, where he has this hyper reality that it's his own universe. Like if you have the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you have the Ryan Murphy televisual universe. It's its own thing. It has its own energy. Ever since Nip Tuck. Nip Tuck was otherworldly. And remember that, though? Nip Tuck, anybody in the audience remember Nip Tuck? That was like early cable television. That was like, I remember somebody had the DVDs when I was in college, and we watched all of it on DVD, and it was just like consuming it, mainlining it. It was really something else.
It's a sexy ride at the time, because it's like, ooh, how far are they going to go?
Yeah.
They can't say fuck, but they can't kill, or they can't show on-screen violence. But it is
Yeah.
about plastic surgery, and
they took it pretty far given the limitations that they had. It was a weird kind of shoehorned into a weird place. Vanessa, good dig. It's a hard transition from Glee to Versace. You bet. Cunanan guy. What's that guy's name? The Glee guy?
Darren Criss.
Darren Criss. Yeah, Darren Criss. That's it. Antonio remembers John telling him how much he loved Nip Tuck when they were getting drunk at Pub Italia. Hey, you know what? There you go. Pub Italia. A little shout out to Pub Italia. If you're in the Ottawa region and it's open and it's safe, have a pub. Have a beer at that Pub Italia on the patio, or get one to go. Good spot.
Yeah.
Little Italy in Ottawa.
I hope they're around when I go back.
Me too, man. Me too. I love Pub Italia.
Oh, look what I found.
Oh.
It's a Mad magazine from 1999, December 1999. And what's apart from all the amazing references on here, you got Rudy Giuliani, Jar Jar Binks, Monica Lewinsky, George Bush. On the back is an updated Mount Rushmore, and Trump is there.
Are you fucking serious?
Right there.
Donald Trump's on there? That's crazy.
Yeah, with Limbaugh.
Wow.
Warren... Something Beatty, Buchanan, Ventura, and Trump.
That's wild. And that's from 1999?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, look, there's a little Blair Witch throw-out, too.
Jeez.
I'm going to get this pointing shit at the fucking webcam one of these days.
You got it. You're figuring it out. That is a scary... Vanessa says
just open
scary
this page
coincidence.
and this is there. Look at that. Episode... something or other that the galaxy
rejoices as he cuts off the head of Jar Jar. That's for you, Marty. That one is for you, pal. Look at that. Good Jesus. God.
And it's in not bad condition too.
Yeah. Well, the Trump thing is eerie, and I guess there was he must have been kind of always talking about maybe running for office since probably the mid-90s, but it's weird to see it now given how little did we know. Could you imagine if you went back in time and told 1999 Mad Magazine purchaser that Donald Trump would be president and there'd be a plague during his presidency and he would get said plague and it would be a whole thing? Oh man. That's
what they did about Bush before he was president.
Hold on, let's see. Oh wow. Do they have? Is it a bag of coke? It is. Oh wow, talking about his cocaine problem, George W. Bush's snow job. This is something else. And Vanessa's alluding to The Simpsons also knew about Trump's presidency before everyone else.
Oh,
right?
Get over it, Internet. It's a coincidence. Just like their 9/11 thing too. That's creepy. Their 9/11 episode and all the similarities that would happen after.
Well, the X-Files had that episode. Not the X-Files. The Lone Gunman had an episode where somebody flies a plane into the Twin Towers, something like months before 9/11 actually happened. I mean, it's not, of course, like if you're going to do kind of a conspiracy-driven thing. But I tell you what, I bet that's part of a lot of conspiracy theories. Although, can we get into conspiracy? No, we'll save Conspiracy Corner. I have a couple of juicy ones, but we'll.
Okay, that's for the what again?
That's for what is it, John? If you ask, patreon.com/watch rewatch. Check that out. Patreon.com/watch rewatch. We're gonna have some special spicy content. We got some conspiracy theory stuff. We got all sorts of stuff. We're gonna find out more about John's hairline. Is it real? Is it not real? Subscribe. $5 a month. It's a cup of coffee. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a cup of coffee. Yeah, that's gonna be the hard sell. I'm gonna yell at the audience to do it. Watch it work. We're gonna have like two.
Speaking of coffee, I never did get that popcorn seasoning that Marty was going.
I have it here for you. I got to give it to you. The Flavacol. Yeah, it's still here. And trust me, it never goes bad. It's going to it's going to be existing longer than you and I are here. You're going to eat it, and the particulate matter will pass through you and exist in the universe till the end of time. That's how it's going to happen.
No, I don't want that to happen.
That's going to happen. It's going to be... But you know what? Part of you will live on in the Flavacol, and then some dinosaur is going to eat it.
Okay. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Marty's exclaiming that he gave it to me. No, Martin, I have it. I'll give it to him. I already have some. I didn't give it to... I have a whole thing for John. Don't worry about it.
so lucky. I'm so fortunate to have such.
Yeah, Flavacol, for anybody you don't know, that's the seasoning they use at the movie theater, which are going to be gone now. Cinemark closed. Let's talk about...
So many sad things happened.
Yeah, so here, let's talk movie news for a minute.
Movie news. You go
Movie
ahead.
news. All right, Cinemark, which has 560-some screens in the U.S., shut down after they announced that No Time to Die, the next James Bond film, was being delayed, and that means over 7,000 screens, which is 18% of America's movie screens, gone. Just gone. And then there's another thing you saw today, John. You want to tell the people about it? Denis?
Oh, yeah, no Dune.
No Dune.
Dune over, man, or game over, Dune.
Game over, Dune. The spice
I knew
must
I was
flow.
not getting my hopes up. I mean, it just seemed very brave of them to release it at all. Like I would go to the theater, but like I'm brave.
I know. Listen, we are not the Bean Gesserit or the Quisats Haderach. We don't have what
You're
it
reading
takes.
Dune.
I'm reading
Or
Dune,
you
so the
read
spice
Dune.
must
You're
flow.
done.
He who controls the spice controls the universe, Vanessa. You are correct. I'm learning the ways of the Bean Gesserit, and I will soon be able to master the spice.
Do you get ASMR reading it?
I don't get ASMR reading it, but it is a particular. Its verbiage is very specific, and it is very. There's frissons reading it, but it's
Ooh,
very
I get it.
enjoyable.
Okay, lovely. I love it. Free songs.
Yeah. Frissons.
Every time you turn, is it a stinky book that you got? Like, is it a stinky paperback?
No,
Or
it
is
doesn't
like
smell
that
as good as I.
fresh? Okay.
I prefer. It's too fresh. I like a stinky paperback. You know, you really can just. You
Yeah,
just
you can smell the
get that-
bathroom in it.
Oh, you can just smell it. You know, it's great.
Good old nasty paperback. What are they called? Why are they called paperbacks? I don't know. This isn't called book club, rebook club.
Book club, rebook club. I have no idea. Vanessa's saying that too bad they haven't made the sequels to Dune. The book series is fantastic. Interesting you say that because I've heard other people say that the book series is bad. It's kind of controversial among Dune fans. There are purists who say it's just Dune and the rest forget about it. But I'm curious. So you say it's good. That's interesting. Has anybody else in the comments read the full series? Are there other books? Like, how many books should I go into the series? Should I just do the first 3, 4, or like all of them? It's a lot of lore.
You should Is it one of these things where you have to keep reading it until it gets good?
Just give it 9 books and then you'll be in. Wet ass
Like
paperback.
Like
Antonio.
one of the hardest things I think I've ever done to do as a moviegoer is sit through It Part 2 in theaters. I didn't want to. There was just nothing else playing, and I'd seen the first one. And it's like you put so much time into that first It that you're like, I'll see this Part 2. Sure.
Yeah, I think I should probably watch the new It.
Trailer?
My brain broke. I should probably watch the new It because I watched the first one. And you're right. I spent a lot of fucking time on that first one, and also kind of I would feel like I'm so bored of.
It's Halloween-ish. You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't blame you for putting it on as an excuse.
Yeah, that's
It's
something.
Halloween. I'm watching It Part 2. And Xavier Dolan, going back to Versace, but Xavier Dolan and this other cute gay guy, they get beat up and almost killed at the beginning of that
Right,
movie.
yeah. There's a like a homophobic attack in it's in the book too. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
They're walking
it's
by the
really
waterfront or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's good casting. That movie has excellent casting. Outside of the Marvel movie that came out the same year, It Part 2 had brave casting.
Really, for the adults, because there's Bill Hader, there's Jessica Chastain. Who else is in it? A couple of unknowns.
Not Magneto. Who was Magneto's enemy? James
Oh, Ian McAvoy. Okay.
McAvoy.
Recommended reading. It still gives James McAvoy. That's it. It still gives me nightmare. Yeah, it was one of the scariest books I ever read. I never liked the Tim Curry version. I can appreciate people liking his performance, but it's a TV movie. It's bad. It's not good. It's bad. It's a bad movie. But you're a kid. You see it when you're a kid. You think it's good. But Tim is great. Tim is great in a kind of over the top way. But I never found it scary. But the book, holy shit! Have you read the book?
I read the gay stuff and closed the book.
There you go. You're like, that's enough. I'm
I don't
good.
think I've read a scary book.
No, it's an experience.
I read biographies where scary things happened.
Yeah, I guess that kind of counts. But yeah, it's one of the best horror novels out there. I did read The Stand as well, which was pretty good. They've tried to adapt that a couple of times. I think TV shows? Did they do a movie as well? I don't know. I think it was just a TV show.
movie. And I think all the Stephen King TV movies are directed by the same guy, or pretty much the same guy. Keeps
the ones
back.
through the 90s.
Yeah, like Mick something.
Mm-hmm. I ended up seeing what is it? Not Caroline. There's a truck one that's really good. There's a car.
Christine. I think
Christine
is
the car one. Yeah,
the car
Christine's
one.
great.
And
there's
Cujo's the dog one, and then Pet Sematary is the remake.
Yes,
they did.
Which I did. I worked on the remake on the reshoots only.
Okay,
because making a studio movie is a whole process, and it's
with
very
the
interesting.
John Lithgow.
Gee, I wasn't there with John, but yeah, that would have been cool. Maximum Overdrive, that's the other one. Marty brought it up. Okay. Christine, Maximum Overdrive. Remake of The Stand is coming, is what Vanessa's saying. That's interesting. I wonder, is it like a... Well, yeah, we'll see. All bets are off now.
Well,
I wonder
it's going to be more animated stuff, right? With COVID, it'll be easier to make good animated content for adults.
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive is the only movie written and directed. Wait, Stephen King directed Maximum Overdrive. Whoa. I had no idea. I didn't know. That's crazy.
I wonder, we should watch it. I would watch directed by Stephen King. I want to see how his camera moves.
Yeah, how does he work with his director of photography? Nice. Cujo's good. Cujo, there's a movie, right? Did I see a movie, or am I imagining that?
That's a TV movie, I think, yeah.
A TV movie.
Would you see a directed by Meg Ryan movie?
Depends on the movie, because I feel like if she's directing a movie, it'll be in the genre of movies that she's in, which are not my cup of tea. But I think if I'm gonna watch, I would watch a Stephen King movie. I don't think he's gotten his due though cinematically. Even it's close, but it's not. Nothing has been as scary as his best work.
Well, Dreamcatcher's kind of good if you don't. And Dolores Claiborne is actually quite good if you haven't seen that. Kathy Bates is.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. Dreamcatcher's one that I did read, and the book is actually, the film is quite close to the book, and it's unsettling. Yeah.
It's drowning in talent and men in that movie. A lot of men in that movie. I don't think there's a single woman.
Unless there's like one of the wives that you see, maybe.
Huh? And there's the Down syndrome girl and the woman who farts. There's
a woman who farts in it? Oh, that's in the book too, I think.
Well, it's like a dead woman who farts and kills and the alien slurps out of her.
Yeah, that sounds like King. King will do these things in his books that like it's folksy in a New England kind of way and somehow works in his books, but every now and then you'll see it translated into a movie like that scene and you're just like, what is this? What are we doing here?
And he got his novella shit, his like Frank Darabont stuff.
Yeah, right, the Green Mile. Yeah, he has had no shortage of adaptations, eh?
That's it. Yeah, and I think IMDb trivia will tell you that he sold the Shawshank rights for $1 because he wanted to give Frank a leg up or something.
Really? Okay, that's Darabont. Darabont also a noted lunatic in Hollywood. That's
is that so? Is he one to write on Facebook, disparaging anti? Ethic stuff.
There's some juicy look at the behind the scenes litigation for AMC's The Walking Dead and Darabont and all of his involvement, and like there's talk about
Indiana
him
Jones
pulling a
too.
gun.
I remember talk of him writing that trash. It never happened.
Yeah, he had a hot streak, but that whole AMC thing, and like I think the network was trying to railroad him a little bit too, but like apparently he was like from the emails that leaked anyways, definitely the guy has like a rage problem. It's fucking is special. It's and you don't see him doing much anymore.
Well, poor AMC at the time, they had that and Mad Men and Breaking Bad, and it was like I think year 2 or 3 of them even existing as a cable network, and here's this Darabont kicking down the door wanting all this power, I guess.
Well, I mean, he had some legitimate concerns with his pay structure for the show.
I have no idea what he was mad about.
Yeah, but the thing is, he did create, and really help make that show good in the first season. That was must-see TV when it came out, and that AMC, Walking Dead built that network. That's the show that funded, to talk about prestige TV for a minute here. One of my favorites of all time, if you haven't seen it, *Halt and Catch Fire*, an incredible show on AMC. And The Walking Dead is the kind of show that allowed them to keep those shows on the air, because
right.
Halt and Catch Fire didn't make any money, and it had like 400,000 viewers week to week, like for 4 seasons, and they gave it 4 seasons and let it finish because they were making so much money they didn't know what to do with it on The Walking Dead. They could keep. Well, yeah, and it kept them keeping prestige TV around, so I really do appreciate The Walking Dead for that, even though I watched like 5 seasons or 6 seasons. It was a good way to kind of... Whoa. Sorry about that, folks.
It sounds like the orchestra warming up.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good way to bookend kind of the spooky season stuff. The Walking Dead was the first big horror TV show I remember being good. I don't know. Were there any others? Maybe in the comments you can let us know what was, something, anything else that's like prestige horror that
there was
we
that
should watch?
John Logan show, Penny Dreadful. I never watched that.
No, I never saw that
Blue
either.
Blood, if you don't count that.
Yeah, that's kind of a soap opera more than it's a horror show. It's sexy vampires. Because The Walking Dead was pretty horrific. Penny Dreadful. Okay, that comes up. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Running Man. Running Man. Okay, that's Richard Bachman. That's Stephen King. I had no idea. Running Man's a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Ooh, it's a fun one. That's a fun 80s movie.
Okay.
Late 80s or early 90s?
Yeah. Sounds like an 80s one. And then there's the Belushi. What's the one with John Belushi? Anyway.
John Belushi?
Yeah, him and Schwarzenegger are in like a movie.
Oh, like a buddy cop one from that time?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's been a few. I'm trying to think. He did a bunch. I never saw Twins with DeViets. You ever see that one?
No, I saw Junior.
No. Junior. Oh, wait, so they did multiple. They did Twins. They did Junior.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So they were like a comedy duo for a few movies? Who produced that? That sounds like a Di Bonaventura joint.
Oh, man. It's produced, directed, and probably co-written by Ivan Reitman.
Are you serious? What? Is that for real?
The co-written part, I'm not sure, but everything else, yeah. It's all Ivan Reitman. And if you're a student of film like I am, you'll know that the story goes Schwarzenegger went to Ivan because Ivan had done Ghostbusters, and Schwarzenegger was like, Ivan, I want you to make me funny like the Ghostbusters right after Terminator. And so they came up with fucking, what do we say? 2 twins, and then it was Kindergarten Cop, and then they reunited for Junior.
Wow, that's wild.
So, have you seen
3
Kindergarten
movies.
Cop? That is like an unfamily movie.
No, I haven't seen any. I've seen a lot of Schwarzenegger, but those are the 3 that I haven't seen. Yeah,
the Reitman trilogy. The
Reitman trilogy. Yeah, well, his big '90s comedies I never saw. I did see
Last Action Hero is pretty great.
Last Action Hero. Yeah, I saw that as a kid, and it was kind of like
just recently.
Yeah, how does it hold up? Seeing it now?
Well, I'd never seen it before, and it's got a Michael Bauhaus, or it's like a Michael Bauhaus cinematography, the guy who does the Goodfellas and stuff.
Yeah,
and it looks like Die Hard too, and there's like it's like a parody of action movies.
Yeah.
But there's like a fantastical Jumanji element of like him being in the movie. And Stranger Things is a horror show, Vanessa's saying, and I'm like, yes, thank you.
Stranger Things. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I liked the first season. I just kind of
the third season was quite good, I thought.
Really? Better, because the second season was not good, and threw me off.
I didn't like that second. I thought it was like a Netflix trap. It was just like content to boost this. With the third one, the kids are the right age, it's the right decade, they have the right budget, and it's consistent, that third season. And characters you'd never thought would be in scenes together, join up, and that's a lot of fun. I found. The third season had a lot of fun, but I don't care for this fourth season.
There's another season, it's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet, but I know when the show. I know when the show is going to be good or remain at a certain level, and after this third season, I know that's the best it'll ever be.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad Vanessa's saying season 1 only. Yeah, I agree. It's like certain shows, do that one season, it's good. Jingle All the Way, yes, that comedy powerhouse.
That's
Sinbad.
Christmas. We can talk about that shit on another.
Yeah, that's later.
Time. Or on another Pantheon, the Parthenon.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Are there any other spooky movies?
Spooky movies for Halloween. Movies. What would you show a child? Let's say this kid is 8 and they want to be scared. I would show them Bride of Chucky. That's a funny, violent,
that would
movie.
Scare the shit out of you. You're going to scar an 8-year-old with that.
But Bride of Chucky is actually kind of fucked up fun, not child's play boring fun. Like
Yeah.
there's sarcasm and fourth wall breaking, and Jennifer Tilly's great as an adversary doll to
I feel
fucking
like Nightmare Before Christmas, because that you could watch at this time of year or at Christmas, and I feel like that's unsettling. It's very unsettling
as an adult. It's even more fucked up because of
yeah.
what the implications are.
Yeah, you
Of
understand
this
the
monster
context.
fucking up all these people's. He doesn't. It's the rules of the world don't make sense much as an adult too, because like how does he get? Does he actually go around the world? It sounds in the movie. It looks like he only fucks up one neighborhood as opposed to the whole world. But whatever, you leave that movie alone.
The Evil Dead trilogy, that's good, but I wouldn't show that to a kid. I don't know. But it just getting to scary movies, yeah, I guess Nightmare Before Christmas is a good one. There was something else that was just on the tip of my tongue that I just
Nightmare on
lost
Elm
it.
Street, Aliens.
Aliens. Aliens is an action movie though. That doesn't. But the first
But
one.
for scary, like if you want to watch like a Halloween movie, you want to get scared. So what movie scares you?
It has to be something that's kind of more seasonal than Alien too. It can't be sci-fi. It's got to be supernatural horror. I'm not a big Jason guy. Oh, you know what? Absolutely, 100%. The very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a dirty fucking movie, grainy as shit, very unsettling. Very,
The Blair
very
Witch
unsettling.
Project that actually takes place on Halloween, and it's properly terrifying. As
It is.
if you commit to the world.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
these guys with their limited budget and these actors, there's just something in the chemistry, and if you
Oh,
commit
yeah.
to it, it really gets under your skin.
Yeah, and it actually might be more effective now with the degraded technology because there's been enough time. If you haven't seen The Blair Witch, the first one, everybody knows the memes and stuff. You haven't seen it, but you absolutely should watch it. It's
especially
one of the
on like
spookiest.
VHS. If you
Yeah.
if you can
Oh
find
yeah,
it.
get it on VHS 4.3. Yeah, or download a 4.3 version if you can get one.
Even the opening crawl or the tagline is just so chilling. It's like on October 3rd, 1993, three film students set out to make a documentary. A year later, their footage was found. That gives me fucking goosebumps just saying it.
I know. It's so good.
A year later, their footage was found. Like, what happened? And then, like,
Yeah.
terrifying. I saw that at the World Exchange Plaza by myself after I was at camp.
Or you just absolutely just chewing your fingernails to the quick.
No, I wasn't. I remember just being horrified because the movie the movie ends, and then you have to think about the implications of of everything that's happened, and like,
Oh, yeah.
there's just no closure.
No, there isn't. That's a good note. That's a good note to wrap this show up on, I think. The Blair Witch,
Closure.
just no closure. We're gonna.
Where I do with the camera like. Oh no! It's been manipulated. Oh, what was it?
Oh boy. Well, listen. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thanks for everybody who new to the show. Like we said, we'll plug it one last time before we go. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/watchrewatch. Head over there. If $5 a month, we're going to have a bunch of fun new content. And right now, if you go, all the old episodes, 37 episodes, 36 from the original show, and a bonus unreleased episode that's too hot for TV are already on the Patreon right now. So you can go over there, subscribe for the price of a coffee every month, 1 cup, and that's it. And we're going to have fun new stuff on there for you, new shows.
Audio only.
Audio only, exclusive content just for the subscribers. So if you want to get in on that, come check it out. And thank you for everybody who tuning in live.
Thank you.
God bless all of you.
Stay
And
safe.
stay safe. Stay happy. Stay productive. Keep busy. For this week, I'm Sean.
I'm John.
And that's been Watch Rewatch. Bye-bye.
Bye. Rewatch you later.